Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to move us all forward today, to help us all breathe, stay in the present moment, release catastrophizing, allow, do what we can, release the rest, pay attention to process, release outcome. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. I think it is highly auspicious that you were the first person popping on today. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. This is good. We're just going to give it a moment. We're going to keep things soft and sweet today. We're going to breathe deeply today. Let's do it together. Hello, Beth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Hello, Cindy. Good morning. Breathing deeply and easily. Put a smile on your face. Allow the muscles of your face to tell your heart and soul, everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. And the section I'm going to read today is going to help us believe that, know that, live that. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Oh, and I think it's cool that, nope, wrong side, there. My clean water bag is showing today. That is awesome. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. Glad everybody's here. Our tribe of practical rebels coming together. See us all together. See us all linking arms. See us all breathing deeply together. As if we're in a gigantic circle and we're looking across that circle to one of the people directly across from us. Thank you for voting in the rain. Much appreciated. All of us who are showing up, all of us who are doing our piece. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome. And peace we're also going to spell P-E-A-C-E today. So let's rub our hands together and raise our palms, sending beautiful, healing, loving energy out into our world. Nice deep breath in and out. Loving kindness going to everyone. We're not sitting in judgment of who has earned our loving kindness. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Everyone is getting bathed in loving kindness, even those who aren't putting kindness out into the world themselves. Good morning, Cheryl. We are bathing everyone and everything in loving kindness. Part of the reading for today talks about Mother Earth as a sentient being, the beingness of all. Let's honor that. Let's respect that. Being respectful this next little while, I think, is going to be an amazing gift we can give ourselves and others. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Welcome. We are up to our magic number 8 people on today. Breath out. And I'm going to be very focused on softness, gentleness, divine feminine, which is for all of us, men, women, everyone. Divine feminine. We need the softness right now. We've done the hard, the charging, the all that stuff. Now we're doing the faith and trust, the belief, the wisdom. Good morning, Janine. Glad you are here. Breath in. Breath out. I hear my next door neighbor kids out in the rain. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I want you to imagine that water that in many areas right now is pouring down. That water is cleansing Mother Earth, cleansing all of us, cleansing away the things that need to be washed clean. Just see that, hear that. I can hear the rain on the roof. Breathe into it. Good morning, CJ. Glad you are here. And let's warm up our hands one more time. And I want you to place them over your heart. Loving kindness coming to yourself. Good morning, Robin. Welcome. Glad you're here. Loving kindness flowing through you, to you. Soak up as much of that loving kindness as you need for yourself today and in the days to come. Good morning, Angie. Welcome, welcome. We are all one. Any separation is illusion. That's all illusion. I believe you're going to love this section that I picked out for us to read today, or that the universe kind of picked out for me, but it's been nudging me for 2 days. This is what we're going to read today. Goddess Shift, Women Leading for a Change. And that all of the authors in the book are women. However, I want to say that this is the divine feminine leading for a change. Men have divine feminine, all have divine feminine. All sentient beings have divine feminine and divine masculine. We need both. So, one more nice deep breath. Let it go. And here are our words. They come from Susan Kolb, Kolb, who is a physician, and her research mainly focuses on the harm that's been done with breast implants. Obviously, she's been blown off a lot. So her words about where we're at and where we're going, I think are really important at this point. What I would love for all of us to do, all 11 who are here with me now listening live, and the 100 or so who will have listened by the end of the day, I want you to use this as paradigm shift. Use this as new foundation. Use this as resurrection of old foundation that's been suppressed and squashed. But here it is. Here it is in all its glory. Breathe in. Breathe out. And receive these beautiful words. We're here to learn about ourselves in the context of the third dimension. What's exciting is that it is probably also the fourth and fifth dimension, because we're probably expanding into a higher dimensional awareness even now. We know this. If you listen to those who are psychic, if you listen to those who do astrology, they're talking this talk for a couple of years now, many years now. Think in bigger cycles. We think in terms of a lifespan. Good morning, Barb. We think in terms of a lifespan, but there are many cycles that are longer than that. Longer than that. So let's just expand our perspective. Especially in the dream state and maybe in the meditative state, we're accessing higher dimensions. I'll tell you something. Way back when, I don't know how many years ago this was, 20, 30, when I first started doing energy work, it's got to be 30 years at least, maybe even 40. I'm trying to remember, Psych K came along in the 90s? I don't know. Anywho, when I first began doing that, when I'd be working with a group, a room full of people, it took some time for people to step into this awareness, to be able to get this energy-based method to work for them. Good morning, Audrey. Glad you are here. Welcome. Welcome. Now, working with a room full of people, change. We have enough people. Oh, she went to voicemail without me getting kicked off. Fabulous. See, things are up leveling already. Breathe into the up leveling. Everybody again. Inhale. Exhale. And thank you, Abigail, for putting up a rainbow and a red heart. Breathe into the rainbow and the red heart. And there's a reason, Audrey, that you caught this live today. This message is for you. Those of you who are here, this message is for you. And please, if you can, share a part of this message with someone who's struggling today. There's so many people who are afraid, who are caught in contraction. Let's breathe it open. Breathe it open. As we access higher dimensions, we also empower ourselves more. Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? And we become conscious of more than just what is in the third dimension. It was necessary for our evolution to go through a third dimensional focus, but we've grown beyond that. And some of what's going on right now are the last dying gasps, the belches, wheezes, and coughs. Remember, I've always said the dying donkey kicks the hardest, but it's a sign that we're moving beyond. The return of the goddess, the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies, is only part of what's going to be happening over the next few years to bring us back into balance and allow us to reach our full potential. The right brain, left brain polarity will be balanced as we bring logic and intuition together. We will bring all the races together and all the religions into oneness. Anything that separates people needs to be brought into oneness. That's a beautiful line as a mantra to keep you focused on what am I supposed to be doing here now? Again, over the next several weeks, months, etc., it's likely to be way too easy to get caught up in the polarity stuff. Us versus them, black versus white, power versus, whatever, all that stuff. Let it go. Let it go. Yes, what I've said in the past, blending of the masculine and the feminine, regardless of gender. It has nothing to do with gender, okay? This includes, so bringing into oneness, this includes humans' separation from nature. We could not be doing to Mother Earth what we have done and are doing to Mother Earth if we believed her to be a sentient being that is merely part of the one. We're all part of this one. To be honest, people, what we do to Mother Earth is like shitting in our bed. Just think about that for a bit. So this includes human separation from nature, which dissolves as we move into understanding that the earth is a conscious being. The third dimension is the dimension of polarity. So it's no wonder we've done all the black and white, yes and no, this or that. No and in there anywhere. Or, okay, we're moving into and land. We are so moving into and land. Black and white, this and that, us and them. There's no and, it's all one. Us and them equals one, capital O, all right? So every polarity can be brought together and the differences synthesized as we move into the higher dimensions. And that word synthesis is what grabbed me today. And her concept in this chapter of synthesis medicine. Synthesis medicine. So here we go. This part I love. She quotes two of my favorite quotes ever. Here we go. As more people come into cosmic conscious awareness, many of the answers to our current problems, the energy problems, the political problems, the educational problems, will be brought into alignment. This is already happening. Regardless of what the media tells you, regardless of what your physical eyes are seeing at the moment, it's the belches, wheezes, and coughs that are necessary to get us where we're going. Merely a stop on the path. That's all it is. As Albert Einstein said, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. We need the fourth and fifth dimensional answers for the third dimensional problems we have created. And we're accessing them. We are accessing them. Margaret Mead added to this in saying, no doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Welcome, my thoughtful, concerned citizens. We're doing this. We're already doing this. Don't fret. Don't fret. Breathe easier. Breathe in. Breathe out. We got this. We're already doing it. We're on our way. We're good. We're good. We will use spiritual technologies to solve the problems we created when we were at a lower level of consciousness. The many more conscious beings on the planet have come here to help with this transition from separation to unity. Have you noticed how there's many young people who are an interesting breed of thinker and feeler and doer? My son's incredibly active in making wrongs right. That's one of his missions here. There are many, many, many like him. Many, many, many like him. This is the essence of the goddess shift. As we approach the age of unity that has been predicted in virtually every religion, women, and I'm going to add men, must once again step forward to balance the masculine with feminine energy. We all can balance that masculine with feminine energy. And it must be balanced. We can't tip too far the other direction either. Thank you for posting, Albert. I love that. I love that quote. That is just such a good quote. And it's exactly what's happening right now, right here, right now. In this time of transformation, we must develop our spiritual gifts, such as our inner knowing, intuition, and use them widely. Now, I will suggest to you the best practice for doing this is doing whatever works for you. Do yoga, do meditation, do forest bathing, do singing, do chanting, do dancing, whatever, writing, whatever calls to you. Have a plethora of those. If you're feeling very stuck and you're going, I don't know how to do any of this, Google some stuff. You'll find free classes online. YouTube, you can find a video on anything on YouTube. Okay, so I want some meditative chanting. Google it. Something will show up. Watch some videos. Get some ideas. Spark some curiosity and excitement within yourself. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to read that sentence again because it's our call to action. In this time of transformation, we must develop our spiritual gifts, such as our inner knowing and intuition, and use them wisely. It is indeed an exciting time to be on the planet. Amid the rapid shifting of energy, old paradigms are falling away. Yes, and that can be messy, and it can be scary, and there can be some not fun fallout from those institutions cracking and crashing. But it's a necessary change to get the flexibility in there. Some of those institutions have gotten so huge and unwieldy, they're just stiff and inflexible. Thus, they crack when put under pressure. It's happening. Old paradigms are falling away and new ones are emerging. We're not going to be left with nothing. Nature abhors a vacuum. Something disappears, something else comes in. We are at a turning point of power. And it's the power with, not power over. We've had enough of that. Power with. Use your power joyfully, with your guidance showing you the way. Follow your bliss and really enjoy what you came into the third dimension to create. And remember the old Chinese proverb. Love this one too, Cindy, if you would. Those who say that it cannot be done should not get in the way of those who are doing it. And a breath. This is going to be an interesting day and the weeks to follow. We can ride this out. We can see this for what it is. This is opportunity presenting itself. I'm going to say this out loud, guys, does not really matter what happens with this election. Yes, everybody has their desires and their opinions. However it goes, we still have the choice to work this shift. Breathe into it. Bring more people into it. Help us all move from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Help us release that era of polarity, us versus them, black versus white, rich versus poor, all that stuff. Release that into the oneness. That's where we're going. Unity consciousness. One more nice deep breath for everybody. Let it go. Have a beautiful day. It is in your heart and soul, your mind, your hands, to have a beautiful day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Namaste.